Oh man. Oh man. Oh man.
3 and 5 is your
Not again.
20. That's made 320.
Yeah, I learned the game from William Wesley. You can never check me. Back to back for the that didn't get the message. Back to back like I'm on the cover of Lethal Weapon. Back to back like I'm Jordan 96, 97. Whoa, very important and very pretentious. When I look back, I might be mad that I gave this attention. Yeah, but it's weighing heavy on my conscience. Yeah.
Run that back, turbo.
You can get the biggest Chanel back in the store if you want it. I gave them the drill, they sucked it up, I got them on it. I bought a new Patek, I had to watch, so I two-toned it. Taking these, I'm gonna be up until the morning. That ain't your car, you just a Lisa, you don't own it. If I'm in the club, I got that 5 when I'm performing. The back end just came in and out hundreds. Fives galore, cute, they all honest. I'm from Atlanta, where young run. I know they hating on me, but I don't read comments. Whenever I tell her to come, she comes. Whenever it's smoke, we ain't running. Drip too hard, don't stand too close. You gon' around and drown off this way. Doing all these shows, I been on the road. I don't care where I go, long as I get paid. Bad little vibe, she been on my mind. Soon as I get back, she can stay. Do this all the time, this ain't no surprise. Every other night, another movie get made. Drip too hard, don't stand too close. You gon' around and drown off this way. Doing all these shows, I been on the road. I don't care where I go, long as I get paid. Bad little vibe, she been on my mind. Soon as I get back, she can stay. Do this all the time, this ain't no surprise. Every other night another movie get made.
Every other night another dollar get made. Every other night started with a good day. I feel like a child, I got boogers in the face. I'm dancing in the dollar, this is a parade. I don't want your chain, I'm gon' want another slave. I had to draw the line, too many getting saved. TSA arrested me, so I took a private plane. These get like it while I'm working on my aim. Drip too hard, charge it to the car. Designer to the ground, I can barely spell the name. Drip too hard, caution on the floor. You gon' fuck around and drown, try and ride a way.
Drip too hard, don't stand too close. You gon' fuck around and drown off this way. Doing all these shows, I been on the road. I don't care where I go, long as I get paid. Bad little vibe, she been on my mind. Soon as I get back, she can stay. Do this all the time, this ain't no surprise. Every other night another movie get made. Drip too hard, don't stand too close. You gon' fuck around and drown off this way. Doing all these shows, I been on the road. I don't care where I go, long as I get paid. Bad little vibe, she been on my mind. Soon as I get back, she can stay. Do this all the time, this ain't no surprise. Every other night another movie get made.
But like big body, like can't miss him. So
Lenny.
Eric looks like really sweaty, and he's
always out there. He's always the one sweating the most.
large.
Big and thick.
He's pretty fashionable. Not gonna lie.
Eric?
Yeah.
Dude, don't ruin it. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
yeah.
but like, why?
You're big and thick.
He's just a really soft guy. I forgot my other one. What was I talking about? It's not that hard.
Well, like, we just
Eric's fashionable, unintimidating, and empathetic. That's it.
good stuff. Good stuff.
His happiness is contagious.
And he's definitely a leader.
This for Eric, 3 words: Massachusetts, wide, and an above-average master. As if I'm like his Padawan, like that type of thing.
We had a road trip last year. We were in a hotel somewhere eating breakfast, and this woman whose job it was to keep an eye on the food and like restock the food comes in and sees our team, and Eric happened to stand up when she walked in the room, and she takes one look at him and she goes, "You big and thick."
Good story about Eric was when me, Eric, and Perry went to the Wendy's on an away trip, and we walked through the drive-thru, and we asked her if it was like if the floor was like car censored, so you could tell when the cars get there, And then she went on by telling us that Eric might also be able to set it off.
One of my best memories of Eric actually comes from my visitation day here. At the time, I had no idea what I wanted to do in terms of college, and we had been out hanging with the guys and walking back across Patel Beach that night. He was asking, what I was thinking, and so I said, no idea. He's like, you should definitely come here. We'd love to have you. And that really stood out to me in the decision process, and it was something that I hadn't felt anywhere else, that sense of connection, and really made a lasting impact on me and ultimately had a big part in my decision to come here. So for that, thank you so much, Eric.
So my first impression of H, beginning of last year, was he's kind of an ass. And then transitioning now, he's still kind of an ass. Third is he's really skinny.
Second word would be practical. I think he kind of has a practical lookout on everything he does. He's pretty reasonable in his decisions and stuff.
And he's a cool dude, but he's also a hater. That's it.
So, okay.
That's three.
Witty, what else?
He's a good dude. He's a great dude.
I don't know.
Good dude.
And he's
he's a very sociable guy.
Sociable guy.
He's for the boys, and he likes to get the boys together.
Matt Handsome, yeah.
My 3 words for Halal are charming, intelligent, and motivating.
So I first met Halal on my recruiting visit here. He was actually my host, and I'll never forget, the words that he just gave to me, as his recruiting pitch. He said, he came here because it was the place that he hated the least, which I guess was a solid tactic. The place he hated the least, it sounded okay, and I think I was also his last recruit. I don't know if it was in part because of that, but yeah, I'm here now, so I guess it worked.
So my 3 words for HR: the hill, the vibe, and that dude.
3 words for Bryce: igneous, metamorphic, sedimentary.
He's a really genuine dude. Always having a good time. He's also really happy guy. I always see him laughing every day.
The kid loves his rocks.
Sweet. Well, yeah, 3 words to describe Bryce. First word would definitely be dependable. You can always count on him to do things for you. Second word would be adventurous. I feel like he's the type of guy to always try out new things, which is awesome. And then the third word would be well-educated. Definitely the boy knows his rocks, so yeah, it's awesome.
Bryce and I got off to a bit of a rough start. I first met him on my recruiting visit when I was still a senior in high school. And, within the first, I think, hour of meeting him, we were walking back from somewhere, and he had to carry one of the seniors' bags or something like that. And, he asked, oh, why do I have to carry those bags? And me being, a naive senior in high school, and me being who I am, I just go, oh, it's because you're a walk-on. And, I mean, this is October of his freshman year of him trying to make the basketball team, and, everyone kind of went quiet and, really didn't know how to take it, especially, a recruit saying that to one of the freshmen is definitely not my best joke, I think. But, ever since then, we've been, pretty good friends, and, we can poke fun at each other at the end of the day. He's one of the nicest kids that I know, and so, he took that in stride, and we've been going at each other, every day since. But
I know that it's not easy being a geology major. He's been telling me stories about him going to New Zealand, doing a lot of field work, and a lot of that stuff was really interesting, and I just thought it was just really cool, the things that he was doing and all the hard work he was putting in. He gave a speech at a big conference during the basketball season. We had to miss a few practices, and that was a big deal for him.
So when I first got here, I think it was my second day on campus. I was still trying to make friends. So I walk into Proctor Dining Hall, see these 2 guys, and sit down next to them. The first question I ask is, are you guys freshmen? And they say, no, we're actually seniors. So I kind of just sit there semi-awkwardly while they talk about their summers. And then somehow it comes up into conversation that Bryce is the manager on the basketball team. I'm like, oh, Bryce, I'm trying out for the basketball team. He's like, oh, that's really cool, Peter. So he ended up actually getting me in contact with all the guys, and I think he got me into the group me. So he really helped me out.
So I actually have a good story about both Eric and Hall at the same time. During like one of our first days of pickup, I was having like a really bad day. I just really didn't think I was playing well at all, and my confidence was really low. And after pickup, H and Eric both came up to me and they were talking to me about how they really thought I was playing well out there, and they really think that I'm gonna be a good fit. And they just kind of reassured me a lot because I was having a lot of doubts about how I was doing and how well I was fitting in. And they really came up to me and they really just reassured me about like how good I was as a player and how I was just gelling with the rest of the teammates. And that was when I knew that I was in the right spot. I was at the right college, and I was surrounded by a good group of captains and a good group of dudes. And I'm really glad I'm here because of them. So.